Hey guys, Alvo Stockman here. Today I wanted to talk real quick about this phrase that Greg Wilson used when I was talking to him one time, and he said that he wants to be like a duck paddling on the water, completely motionless and totally relaxed seeming on the outside, but working really hard underneath, you know. And this is something that you'd be surprised how many people follow. I was watching an interview series by with 50 Cent, the rapper, and you'd think that guy kind of chills, goes out, and then goes in the studio once a year to make an album. But he is, you talk about fun police. That guy apparently hardly ever goes to the club, which is funny. But you can't be as successful as he is by going to the club all the time. And it's funny. It takes you a step back to take a look around and really realize that the people who you think are like living this party lifestyle are actually not really partying. I was also watching another interview with the producer Timbaland, and he was just talking in an interview about how he went to the club to show his face. And then he came back home, kept working. That's it. And so I love listening to guys like this because it's like me. It's like as far as what people see is a completely different thing than what's actually going on, and it's inspirational and motivational to see that others are the same way. The people who really get it done. You look at all the successful people, even in magic. You look at some people work hard. David Copperfield, for example. The moment you hear that he does 300 shows a year or whatever it is, you know that. Or well, maybe it's 500. I don't actually know how many shows the man does, but I remember one time I had to count how many days there are in the year because I was like, how does that work? And then I realized that you can do more than one show a day, every day. So that's what he does. But Mac King is very successful, works really hard. David Blaine, surprisingly, you would think with his personality not his personality so much as his character, he would kind of also be kind of just hanging out, and then once in a while go out and shoot a street special. But actually, well, okay, so I take that back slightly because of the endurance stuff that he's been getting attention for lately. You get a sense that he's working, but even when he's not training for an endurance stunt, again, these guys are focused. They're always on one track, and that's important. So nobody advertises this. It's not interesting, to the mainstream to watch people work hard, but it's happening. It's happening underneath the surface with everybody who's successful in the world, and it's fun to remember that sometimes when we're stuck doing our work. So talk to you guys soon.